What is up, friends? You got Sturkules here again, and we're going to be doing some more tier list making today. If you saw our last video, I'll have it linked below. We went through Pokemon games and ranked them based on their replayability. Not based on what I thought was the best, based on replayability. How many times do I think you could replay it and still enjoy it? And that was based on my opinions, and I guess how much I enjoyed that and having done so. But if you want to see why I said what and where they were, you're going to have to go back and watch that video in the description below. This week is Megas, and I'm going to be ranking them from goated to very good, I love them, to not my favorite, but I do think they look good, to meh, not for me, to no likey, and to they shouldn't exist. And you see I have that filled out already. I am going to explain that. This video is going to be a little more raw, just because a lot of times I've kind of put my thoughts together ahead of time. This I'm going to be doing it on the go, so there's probably going to be a lot of tier shifting, having some internal struggles and battles to decide who goes where. But just to show this is not just who's the best, right? This is basically just what I like. Part of it might be typings that were added, part of it might be that I think certain Pokemon really deserved a Mega, and part of it might just be I think it looks amazing. So it is going to be a lot of my opinion, but let's start off with the they shouldn't exist here. And basically I'm saying that because I just think that I think the Mons were just really good how they were. So I put Charizard Y on there because I think Charizard only needed one form, right? Why should any Mon get two forms other than it's being pandered to too hard? And I know a lot of people think Charizard Y better fits what Charizard looks like, and it does go with the weather that it could already do. But I, on the other hand, I think Mega Charizard X is better because it's good to be fan servicey sometimes. This is what people wanted. They've always complained that Charizard wasn't a dragon, so they finally did it, and I think that made it look amazing. A lot of the whole thing about Megas was it brought out their inner power, and Charizard was fire and flying, but in its inner power, it finally became a dragon. I think that's beautiful, so I don't think Mega Charizard X really needed to exist. It kind of felt like a cop-out to not have to pick one or the other to me. Same with, there shouldn't have been two Mewtwo's, but there shouldn't have been a Mega Mewtwo at all. Like, first off, why can Mega Mewtwo Mega Evolve but not Mew when it's Mega Mewtwo's DNA? If anything, one of them should have been Mewtwo's Mega. Sorry, and one of them should have been Mew's Mega, and they didn't do that. They just made it for Mewtwo. I know it was a mythical, but still really weird to me. Wasn't a fan of that. But you look at Mons like Mewtwo and Rayquaza, some of the most powerful Mons ever as it is, they don't need that extra power boost, okay? You don't need to make them stronger. They're already a box art, 720, 680, whatever, stat level. So good. They didn't need to become better. And I know they did it to make it more exciting for the game. That's fine. I'm not going to get onto them too much for that, but to me, they shouldn't exist. Same with the Lotties. One, I just think the Lotties look bad. I think Latios and Latios have great designs. I think their Megas both look bad. They look too similar. They just felt too similar. Like, give them more personality on their own. I get red plus blue equals purple, whatever. They were good enough as it was. They were already Mons that are borderline broken at times, so giving them a Mega felt like overkill. And then the pseudo-legendaries. One, you left out some. You didn't give Dragonite one, but decided to give Gens 2 through 4 of them. Goodra and things going forward like Komodo and what is your name? Dragapult are never going to get Megas likely. And you didn't give one to Hydreigon either, so you gave some to like half of them. But like all those Mons were so good already. Like other than Metagross, who's still a very good Mon, all the other ones were like crazy good already. Like very high usage, very good in playthroughs, draft, or in laddering. None of them needed a Mega. I don't like it. So all those to me should not exist. I'm sorry if I've offended you. I know to someone down there that's your favorite Mega or your favorite Pokemon. They were all so good. They didn't need Megas. Things that need Megas are things that need a little bit of help. Or like starters make more sense because you bond with them so much. Makes sense that they would Mega Evolve, right? Some of these I think just deserved the boost. So let's just start going. Mega Abomasnow. No likey. That could move up to meh, not for me. Let's start there. Maybe it'll move down. I've never just been huge on Abomasnow as it is. Cool concept, cool typing. Cool way to do that typing. And I do like that it made it some better. But to me, the design's kind of weird. I like they were trying to make it more intimidating, so I guess they did okay with that. But just didn't really love it. I think Absol starts off at very good. Love it. Absol is the perfect type of Pokemon that deserved a Mega. It was okay. Like, it could hit really hard, but it was slow and it couldn't take hits. Now they made it really fast and gave it Magic Bounce. Now it's a whole lot more usable. Only thing about it is I wish they would have added the Fairy typing to it. Would have been a great time to introduce Dark and Fairy. It even gets Play Rough. I just think that would have been really cool. They did miss out there making it just pure Dark still, but I think it looks fantastic, and they did a great job of making it better without, like, it's not broken, right? A lot of these Megas were already so good they became broken. This just made a Pokemon that wasn't that good really good, and on top of it, they made it look really good, which matters a lot to me. We're just kind of going through the list as we see them. Mega Altaria is goated. Once again, Altaria, so bad. It was easily the worst fully evolved dragon, in my opinion, and I'm sure there's something out there that you can prove that I was wrong and maybe it's better than something else. I think Altaria was really bad, and I think they made Mega Altaria really good. I like its design. It was a peacock. It was a peacock based on clouds, and they just added a whole lot more clouds to it. I think it looks cool. I think it looks really nice with its shiny that it gets, and I love how good of a Pokemon it became. It became a great attacker, Dragon Dance user, but could still be defensive, kind of back to its roots. Cleric-y type stuff, able to heal itself, able to aromatherapy, or heal bell others, or whatever it is that it gets. I think it's really cool, and I do think it looks really great with its design. I always thought Swablu looked a little awkward, almost like not quite a middle evolution, but not fully evolved either, which I think a few of these others did that as well. So some of these I'm going to put as no likey, even though I think it's good that they exist. Let's just go into it. We know Blaziken's going to end up here. I don't like Blaziken. I will say this. They made Blaziken look a whole lot better as Mega Blaziken. I just still really don't like Blaziken. Blaziken got really good when they gave it Speed Boost. So, of course, when its Mega had Speed Boost, it was just so good. And now, when Nat Dex stuff comes back and it's got Close Combat and U-Turn on top of how amazing it already was, that thing is just busted. But, yeah. I'm going to put Aggron here on no likey. Also, once again, I think it's cool they made it better. Aggron, I think, deserved to be better. Rock and Steel's a bad type. They made it Pure Steel with Filter. I think that's really cool. I wouldn't have minded if it had kept Rock and Steel and just gotten Filter as an ability, but I think it looks objectively pretty cool, but I don't like how it looks. Really clunky. I know it's supposed to be ironclad and, like, hard to take out. I don't like it, but anything in the no likey or meh, not for me things, I'm still glad they exist as Megas. Yeah, anyway, let's just keep moving. I did do one thing. So, right, I was talking about how I don't really want Legendaries, and so do Legendaries getting these. But I actually love that Mega Diancie gets one. I'm going to put that here for now. It might move up. The reason being, Diancie was pretty bad compared to, like, other Legendaries and Mythicals when it came. Now, I would have just been okay. The reason I'm including this is I just wish this was regular Diancie. Like, it doesn't have to have the stat boosts it got. Make it a 600 base stat legendary, give it this design, and give it Magic Bounce. And I just wish that would have been it, and they wouldn't have had to give it a Mega. So I don't hate the fact that they gave it one, because like I said, regular Diancie was pretty bad. So I'm okay with it existing, even though I guess it's kind of going against what I said earlier. Whoops-a-daisy. So a lot of these I like, but I don't like as much as the regular design. Okay, Manectric. I like that it exists. It made a bad Pokemon good. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. I like where the thought with it, like, hey, let's make this wolf dog thing look like a lightning bolt. But I just think, like Manectric, it just looks extremely awkward. I really love Aerodactyl. I love that they made it better with Tough Claws. I hate that it still didn't have good rock and flying moves to take advantage of Tough Claws. But very good. I love it. That's one that could potentially go up. Mega Lucario. I'm glad it exists. It is too good. So, but it looks cool. We'll put it here. It might end up meh, not for me. Here's a Mon. I am so glad it got a Mega. Mawile was so bad. They made it really good. Don't really like it. Kangaskhan to me just looks too much like... Mega Kangaskhan looks too much like Kangaskhan. It's unique. It's clever. The baby jumped out and it helps attack. I still don't think it looks good, so that's where it's going to go. I don't like Banette. I think it's cool. I like that they gave it Prankster. Is it me or does it feel like that's fitting kind of weird? Nope, I guess that's where it's supposed to go. But I don't know. I just don't really like it. So a lot of these are just my opinion. Sableye. I love it. It looks so cool behind its little shield. I think Sableye had its use anyway, but its stats were just so low. So like it got enough base stats that it's not broken, but it is really hard to take down with Prankster turning into Magic Bounce when it Mega Evolves, so I think that was cool. There's certain Mons that I'm mad that they got Megas, like Glalie. I'm not mad that it got a Mega, I'm mad that it got a Mega and Frostlass didn't. Didn't make sense to me. I guess at the time maybe they were thinking someday we'll redo the Sinnoh remakes and maybe we'll have Megas by then, but it seems like they've stopped with Megas, so if that's the case, well, now Glalie has a Mega and Frostlass doesn't. Plus, its jaw being unhinged, it makes me very uncomfortable. Blastoise, I love it. Love Blastoise. I love Mega Blastoise. I love Mega Charizard X. Right now, I'm putting them goated. I think there's a good chance they stay up there. I think both of them look really cool. I did not like Mega Blastoise at first, but the more I looked at it, it just does. I think it looks better than regular Blastoise. It improved upon a Pokemon I really liked. Some of these are so funny. I really like Mega Steelix. Once again, the Mon was good as it was. They made it bulkier, and so they made it better. I like it. Houndoom is a Mon that I said earlier with, what was it, Altaria. I think Altaria looked like it was kind of incomplete, and that's how I always felt about Houndoom also. I felt like it was cool, but like it didn't feel like a middle stage. It felt like a middle and a half stage, and it did feel like it needed an upgrade, but I didn't think they'd ever go back and give it one. But then Megas came around and it got one, and I think it looks very cool. Not my favorite, but they look good. I'm pretty excited that Pidgeot got one. I wouldn't have minded a few of the other birds getting one since it did. And I think it looks pretty sweet, actually. I wish they had a really good opportunity to turn it from normal flying to just flying. Like, did normal benefit it at all? It had no guard. I guess it couldn't miss Hyper Beam anymore. But, like, no guard Hurricane's so cool. No guard Heat Wave. I really felt like the normal type, other than giving it immunity to Ghost, just made it weaker because then it didn't resist fighting. So I don't know. I think it would have been a lot cooler if they'd made it pure flying. I don't know. A few of these could switch around, I do think. So don't be surprised if that does happen. Because I gotta think of these as I go. I don't know. I think Mega Swampert looks kind of cool, I guess. Same with Sceptile. And then I think some end up looking worse. Like, I think Scizor is a great Pokemon. I don't hate that it got a Mega. I think there are other things that probably deserved one more than it. But I like Scizor. But I think regular Scizor looks better than Mega Scizor, I guess is my thing. I'm really glad Pinsir got one. I think it was very deserving. I don't know. I think it's a good design, but I just don't like it. I don't know what I'm saying. It makes sense in my head. I'm excited that Audino got one. Once again, that's a Mon that actually became pretty good. And it was not good. It added the Fairy type. It became a better Cleric than it already was. Gyarados, not for me. I think it looks worse than its normal. I'm going to put this bad boy up here. Abomasnow's growing on me a little bit as I'm looking at him. I don't know what this is. Glade and Gardevoir, I mean, I think they look cool. But, like, you kind of just made them, like, more... They look royal, kind of. I don't know. maybe they're okay, though. Like, I just need to think on them more, because I like Glade and Gardevoir. They're both mons that I like. But it's not really for me as a Mega. I think I like them better in their normal forms. I think they were fine as they were. It's time to just get to it. Mega Ampharos is absolutely goated. Apparently I like Mega Dragons. Mega Ampharos, I'm grouping it with Houndour. I'm grouping it with Manectric. I'm grouping it with, what was the other one I said? Oh, Altaria. I look at them and I thought they looked incomplete. And they added something to it, and I never knew I needed Ampharos to have a flowing mane and an awesome floofy tail, but I do. I do wish it had a beard. You can't always get what you want, but a beard would have been cool. I love beards. So yeah. Lopunny, they didn't really do a whole lot to it, did they? See, I don't even want to say it looks good. But I actually kind of like it just because Lopunny was so bad, and then they made it so good. I think that's cool. It deserved to get good. But at the same time, it's not one of my favorites. I guess it's a good design. Beedrill. Not my favorite, but it does look good. I'm going to put, not for me, though. I'm mad that they didn't give Butterfree one, also. I felt like that just felt wrong. I think Mega Metacham was kind of cool. I like it. Huge power is great. It already had it, but this just made it so much better. Venusaur, I do think they made it look better, but I don't really like it. Alakazam just getting a bunch of spoons. It's kind of funny, I guess. I think Alakazam was fine how it was, so I don't necessarily think it looks better. Obama's No might just move up. Some of these might have to move down to No Likey also. Like, Kangaskhan's fun to use. That doesn't mean I like how it looks. You might have to move down too. Once again, it's a beast, but Heracross. I think it's pretty cool that it got something. I don't know if anything else should get moved up to goated. I like these top four. I want to like Sharpedo. Once again, Sharpedo I think deserved something. Pretty excited that they gave it something. Couldn't you have just made it a full shark? Would that have hurt anything? I know it's like supposed to be a torpedo, but come on. Like, imagine that as a full shark. That would have looked so cool. This, I like Slowbro. I like Mega Slowbro. I like the line. I almost just don't like it because it like kind of gives me anxiety. We're watching Slowbro get eaten alive, dude. Sure, it made it a better Pokemon, but at what cost? My man can barely breathe. I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe it'll move up. I like Mega Camerupt. I gotta say it. I think he looks funny. You can barely see his feet. The one volcano on his back's cool. He's mad. He knows he's fierce. I like it, man. I'm gonna put Gengar. It really isn't for me. Just once again, I think Gengar was really good as it is, but this does look cool. I don't hate this. Looking at my list, I do think those top four are the ones that stick out to me as ones that I really love. Mega Sableye is annoying to play against, but I'm glad it became one. See, a lot of these I'm just so happy for that they became so much better. I'd kind of like to move one up and straighten these up a little bit. I know that's just me being dumb, but sure, you know what, Diancie, you deserve to always look like this. And then I'm going to move one up. Yeah, I've been eyeing Abomasnow this whole time, and it's kind of grown on me. So there we go. This kind of cleans it up. You just ignore that bottom list of things that shouldn't be there, because they shouldn't exist. I don't know. It just makes it look a little more clean to me. But this is pretty good. Like, I don't know. I could probably move Slowbro up just because I think it's funny. But once again, I'm mad that Slowking didn't get a Mega and Slowbro got one. Counterparts. But also, I don't like that he's being eaten. But yeah, I think this is okay for a list. This is kind of hard to do off the top of your head. But I feel like the tiers are fitting. Like, That top tier I love to death. Like, if Megas had never happened, I think I would have been okay. I would have, you know, life would have went on. Pokemon would have still been great. But it was a really nice change, and those top 4 I just love so much. Going to the next tier, just looking at the mons I liked next. These ones especially I really liked, but these I can tack on as liking them a lot too. I like Mega Lucario. It was just a little too broken, so I didn't get to use it a whole lot. But I like this next tier of mons. I think they all do look really good, and I think they all improved upon their design. Whereas this next tier, not really for me in that I didn't love them a whole lot, and I don't think, while it did improve them and I'm glad they existed, I don't think their designs were necessarily made to be a whole lot better, just kind of moving stuff around as I go, even though that doesn't make sense. I will put Gardevoir and Glade here because I think they're close, and they could maybe even pass something up. I don't know, but I don't think they got better. And these, they either make me uncomfortable or I don't like them, or I'm mad that their counterpart didn't get one. That's basically it. And once again, these, I'm going to be real with you. If we're going purely by how they look, I think they're kind of, well, I don't know actually. Like, obviously Mega Rayquaza looks cool. Mega Charizard X looks cool. Mega Tyranitar looks in pain. Like, if you look at its back, it looks like it's like being crushed open. I don't like that. Mega Salamence, like, he kind of loses his wings and like they don't move anymore. Mega Metagross, that seems like too superhuman computer. Like, dude might take over the world. Not a big fan of that. I think Mega Garchomp looks better than Garchomp, but at the same time, like, I guess he could never really grab things, but now, like, that's just really unfortunate. Also, Mega Garchomp's, like, low-key worse than Garchomp. So, the Lotties I don't think look good. Mega Mewtwo X looks kind of cool, but it feels everything wrong about, like, Mewtwo was so much into his psychic abilities. Like, why is all of a sudden he wanting to punch things? The other one seems to make more sense, and it seems to make him look more naturally like Mew. Just mad that it doesn't reflect Mew. At this point, I'm rambling. I think I'm actually pretty happy with this list. So I want you to tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you like your Megas ranked. Tell me where you'd put them, what you think Megas are good, what Megas you think are garbage. Those sentences were pretty backwards. Are there Megas you think shouldn't have existed? Are there Megas you think should exist that don't? That's another video that I plan on doing someday. But anyway, I'm going to hop on out of here. Like, comment, subscribe if you think I deserve it. If you don't, that's completely okay. Regardless, have yourself a great night. Peace.